Good morning. So, if you have watched any of my other videos, you may have noticed that I'm not by nature obedient. Even as a young child, my poor parents, I remember purposefully disobeying them. And, like they would tell me to do something and it was an immediate, like, no, 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 no. And questioning everything. And God has brought me now to a point where just the things that He's showing me, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So He has me on this journey, and for a great deal of it, it wasn't that I was questioning His goodness, like in my head, but in my heart and my actions, I was, because I wasn't readily trusting Him. I always thought that there was like some other plan and that it wouldn't be good for me. So, so what happened, and I'm not going to go into details here, but when I was younger, I disobeyed Him minimum of 2 times, and I'm not talking like little, like, ooh, like, I don't know, just like I don't want to say something small, because all sin is equally wrong, but I'm talking about like big life changes here. And there were 2 that I completely disobeyed Him. And I think my brain kind of disguised it as, well, I don't know for sure that that's His will. How do I really know? Whereas if I had been better rooted in the Word, I would have realized, oh, okay, yeah, that's His will. Like, come on. But instead I wasn't rooted in it, and I was more looking for an out. So anyway, recently I've been, like last week, we were going through Bible verses about truth, and now just yesterday I started with Bible verses about being like staying alert, and I'm just learning a lot from them. About like how to step into, we have to recognize the truth, notice, okay, we need to look around and hone in, and so we need to know what is true. And so God has shown me that the place to start when we're looking for truth is, what does He say? And there are a few things in His Word, like we can look where in the New Testament where Jesus says to love God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your strength, and to love your neighbor as yourself. Like right there, that's the start of it. And I think that oftentimes it's too like short and sweet, like, but there's just so much meat in there that if we just unpack that alone and really hone in on that alone, we can get so much. And for a while, I know that I struggled with that last one, where it's love your neighbor as yourself. And I think often we gloss right over that as yourself and think, oh, we should be doing this for other people, we should be doing that for other people. And while that's certainly not wrong, if you're running around doing things for other people and you don't feed yourself, most of us don't die of starvation on purpose, but you certainly just because you don't die doesn't mean that you haven't been hurt by it. I mean, I myself, the past week alone, for crying out loud, I don't. It's like I think I take care of myself, and I'm like I try. And now like he's kind of showing me, back to the green smoothies. I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta have a green smoothie. So that's on my list today. Going to the grocery store and loading up on some broccoli and spinach and whatever else I throw in there. So he starts with, he actually wants us to protect before we build, and that includes ourselves, our bodies, and our hearts, which is why he's always telling us to control those thoughts that are going on in our heads. So this video is getting a little on the long side, which I don't know. I don't really mind. I think I kind of like it. I felt like I had a little bit more content for you guys. So that's good, and I am still stepping, and I hope you're patient with me, and that I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.